Celtics are 41-12 coming in, a 7-game lead in Philadelphia. The Sixers this afternoon beat the Knicks 101-97. Celtics averaging 113.5 points a game. Their opposition 106.5. All right, the Celtics will take the ball on the turnover by Portland to start the game. Bird straight away from 20 and he bangs it in.
It didn't take Larry long to continue pick up where he left off in Seattle a couple of nights ago.
All right, Portland quickly try to go inside, and Bird comes up with a steal. He is in the top 10 in the league in steals, with 103 coming into the game, now has 104. We are in the first 30 seconds of play, and the Celtics are leading 2-0. They try to go to Henderson, to Maxwell, ball slapped away. Now Parish. Max having trouble trying to get untangled inside. Turnaround rainbow by Robert, and it's a 4-0 Celtics lead. Here's Fat Lever. Why in the world they call this guy fat, I'll never know. He's
live up to his nickname. You know why? Because his brothers and sisters growing up couldn't say Lafayette properly, so they nicknamed him Fat.
Very good.
How's that? Picking up a little trivia out of the guys.
There's one of the offensive rebounds we were talking about. And then Kenny Carr bangs it in for Portland. We've got a 4-2 ball game without a missed shot yet in the ball game. Bird, Dennis Johnson, Parish, Maxwell, and Henderson starting for the Celtics. Johnson trying to post up Max and had it blocked. Henderson, three-pointer, no good. Offensive board, no. Michael Thompson. Lever, who's an excellent point guard. He's averaging 6 assists a game. Here's Paxson, their top scorer, who's averaging 20 points a game, and he ties it at 4-4. Johnson immediately goes low to Maxwell, who was setting up position on Carr. The foul is called on Kenny Carr. Max has a couple of inches on it.
Let's take a peek. Portland normally does an exceptional job denying inside. That time, Kenny Carr has his moments in this league, both when he was with Cleveland and here. There's trouble with consistency. He's awfully quick. Bird with a little fall away. But I think that's the one, that's the guy that can be exploited inside.
Bird makes it 6-4 Celtics, and of course Larry with a great night in Seattle, 30 points, 13 rebounds, 13 assists. He is in the top 10 in 3 statistical categories in the NBA: free throw shooting, steals, and scoring. Another steal. Henderson comes up with it, knocking it over to Parish. The Celtics ball hawking early here, Coos, as they did in Seattle.
Both teams are digging in defensively, so we're going to have a good ball game. And as I say, I think it's going to go down to the wire, or Portland may come up with a win. Although so far, as I say, the Celtics are digging in. It would take a similar effort to beat, in my opinion, this club tonight that they just played in Seattle on Friday.
Nice job by Cedric Maxwell picking up a little accidental offense as the ball was knocked loose, and he was able to lean in for the hooker, and it's 8-4 Celtics. 2-point shot goes by Fat Lever, and he steals the inbound pass. Gets it to Michael Thompson, and he ties it in. By the way, here in the Portland Coliseum, we have 12,666 fans. That is the 297th consecutive Trailblazers sellout crowd. Bird is 3 for 3, and the Celtics lead again 10-8.
And I'll tell you, Carr's got to be shaking his head a little bit on that, because he was right there with Larry on that particular shot. In fact, on all 3.
All right, Kenny Carr gets it low to Calvin Nat, who's an offensive machine. This is that shot, and Bird comes away.
Nat coming off a bad game. He's 1 for 7 against Washington the other night, so look for him to snap out of it.
Henderson, great anticipation on that outlet pass, but it went off his foot, and it'll be Portland ball. 8:22 left here in the first quarter.
There's the almost steal by Joe. Good anticipation there. He had quite a ways to come for that one.
All right, this is Calvin Nat, and now Kenny Carr. Off the pick, Jim Paxson. No. Rebound to Cedric Maxwell. Celtics not allowing Portland any second shots here in the first 4 minutes of play. The Chief goes low, and he's called for traveling by Hugh Holland.
That's a matchup, Gil, they'd like to exploit as well. Robert had 34 points in the first game in Boston. Larry had 41, but you expect that from Larry, but I think they feel they have an advantage here. As we said, Thompson, a forward center.
Blocked by Bird. Foul call to the Celtics on Dennis Johnson.
Mikel Thompson, a converted replay on that. Kenny Carr going in, and good rejection on the part of Bird. But Nat right there to pick up that offensive board. So
Calvin Nat, 79% foul shooter, averaging 16.5 points a game. Puts the first one through, and it's a 10-9 ball game. That, by the way, was the first team foul on the Celtics. One more for Nat. We're tied at 10. The Celtics looking for their third win in a row on this Pacific Division trip. Here they go to L.A., San Diego, and Phoenix. Parish trying to wheel inside, and Hollins calls him for an offensive foul.
Let's take a look. He's got the overplay on the inside. He fights it, and I guess Hugh Hollins called hooking.
A reverse layup. That's Kenny Carr. Nifty move, and Portland leads for the first time, 12-10. Henderson's pull-up, no. The rebound to Thompson.
Good strong foul move by Carr. He's capable of doing that.
Foul called on Cedric Maxwell. Second Celtics team foul. Watch this by Carr in the reverse layup.
He doesn't find any room on the strong side, so he floats right across the basket, comes back with a tough little half hook. Good move.
All right, this is Calvin Nat at 6'6", and now Thompson, the 6'9" center from Minnesota. Nice ball moving inside by Portland, but they couldn't connect on the layup. Bird flashing it off to Johnson. Dennis takes it in on Paxson after a little fake, knocks it home. It's 12-12. The Celtics beat this club earlier in the season at the Garden, 115-106. That was a game where the Celtics trailed after 3 quarters and then came on strong in the 4th quarter. Bird had 41 that night, and Parish had 34. Max trying to work on Kenny Carr. Called for an offensive foul. That'll be the second personal on Cedric Maxwell. And the Celtics want a timeout. With 6.5 minutes to play in the first half, it is the Celtics and Blazers tied at 12. This is Carr with Maxwell on him. Max's 2 quick fouls. Carr, nice move, and didn't get a good roll on it, but he works off the offensive boards, and it's going to be called for a foul by Robert Parish. It could just as easily have been called traveling on Carr as he was kind of shuffling around down there.
I'll tell you, his initial move, however, on the offense, on his own missed shot was exceptional. He just moved right out of the play and completely dominated that inside action.
And the ball is stolen away. Slapped by Henderson. The foul is called on Kenny Carr.
It'll be his second.
Johnson. Second on the team for Portland. And the second on Carr. All right, Henderson for the Celtics. They go low to Maxwell, stripped by Paxson. Nice play.
That was after fine team defense and alertness on that weak side.
That lever's stuck to 2 points a game and 5 assists.
Penetrates well, and he's basically a point guard.
The turnaround rainbow by Robert, no, and the ball will go out of bounds. Off Portland, it'll be Celtics ball. Neither team has made a substitution yet.
Watch Max find an opening here amongst the white shirts. Good job, as he normally does on that offensive board.
Parish wheeling in for the jump hook over Michael Thompson, and it's 14 apiece. 5.5 minutes left in the first quarter, and I'll tell you right now, this is going to be one heck of a basketball game. These clubs are really going at it.
Absolutely. He let Robert get inside that time. He's trying to keep him out of the middle. He was successful the first time, Paxton from way out. But that time, Robert just caught and didn't waste any time. Just swung right into the middle quickly, caught him by surprise.
Paxton has that kind of range. He's a 20-point-per-game scorer, their leading scorer. They kick it back out to Henderson, trying to regroup. Gerald in the paint, does not get the good bounce, and the ball is out of bounds off the head of one of the Celtics. Well, Portland will put it in play, leading 16-14 with 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Lafayette leavers. Jim Paxson, the guards, Michael Thompson, the center, Kenny Carr, Calvin Nat are the forwards. Paxson, whose father played in the NBA, whose brother plays in the NBA. Look at that nice job by Calvin Nat.
Hey, not much you can do about that. Bird actually stayed home. He didn't go for that fake, but it simply was that effective and that quick where he got the shot off anyway.
Bird, nice move, cannot get the hoop. Tips it up, no, gets his own rebound. Loose ball foul called on Larry Bird by Hugh Hollins.
Take a peek. Off-balance job by Bird. He's in good position and keeps it alive with a slap, and then just moves Thompson out of the play and gets called for his first foul.
Fourth team foul on the Celtics. Nat all the way through. No. Bird, the outlet quickly to Henderson. Flashing up the floor. Nice job by Gerald Henderson. He got up that floor in a hurry.
Not only that, but he knew enough to play turtle when he got in there because he was going to get decapitated if he didn't. Accident.
Three-point attempt is best, and the rebound to Max. The Celtics push it back up, looking for a toss. Dennis Johnson. Now Bird. He's got 3 inches on Nat, who's 6'6". Bird with a couple of nifty moves. Did not hit the hoop. He ends up on the deck. Lever back, leading the fast break for Portland. Nice pass on the cut.
I'll tell you, you're right. Lever's quite a basketball player.
He looks good.
In fact, both of these guys are tough, and they got a kid, Darryl Valentine, on the bench that's not too shabby either. So I can see why they're doing so well in this conference without any so-called name players. The best known guy in his team is Ramsey, the coach, I guess.
Dennis Johnson buries it from about 18 feet. And it's 20-18 with 3:19 to go in what has been, so far, a very, very well-played first quarter here at the Portland, Oregon Coliseum.
Now, this is going to go to the wire. Both teams digging in defensively, which you like to see, and yet they're shooting. Both teams' shooting percentage is good despite the aggressive defense.
22-18, Portland by 4. Bird with Nat on him. Larry looking inside on the cut to Henderson. Great play. Beautiful pass by Bird. Great job by Henderson. Watch this.
Take a peek. Little bounce pass through the traffic. Off balance. Falling out of bounds. Just lays it softly against the backboard. Good job, Joe.
At the other end, Jim Paxton fills it up. Both clubs shooting very hot. And it's 24-20 Portland with 2.5 minutes to go in the quarter. Maxwell kicking it off. Offensive foul on Maxwell. That's number 3 on Cedric. And
take a peek at this one. Yeah, well, he jumped in. The kid acted, Lever acted a little bit, but there's contact. Max doesn't like the call.
So with 2:28 to go in the first half, it's the first quarter, it's a 4-point Portland lead. Darnell Valentine is in for Portland, replacing Lafayette Lever, and Wayne Cooper is in for the Trailblazers, and he has replaced Calvin Nat. All right, they go to Thompson, who sets up as a forward now. Hits the turnaround jump, and it's 25-20. That is Portland's biggest lead. The Celtics have brought in McHale, who races down the floor in the pass from Henderson to get his first 2. 26-22 Portland, with just under 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter.
Let's keep an eye on that McHale-Carr matchup because
traveling
so often say we really have a problem matching up with Kevin. Well, I'm sorry, they're not. They're going with Mikel Thompson.
Yep. They're former teammates at Minnesota. Bird. Now Parish. He gets it up over Cooper, but misses the shot. Rebound right to Dennis Johnson. No. Ball was on the rim. They should have had defensive goaltending call, Coos, but they missed it. However, as soon as he got the ball, Wayne Cooper traveled with it. Watch here.
What everyone up here. There. Dennis was so near to the basket. And so clean, there wasn't anyone near him that he missed that easy one. But Cooper, they did not call the goaltending. It certainly was close. Cooper obliged, however, with
Bird on the miss. Parish, the offensive board to Johnson. Reverse layup. Nice.
That makes up the other miss. Dennis with a nice hanging move there.
2-point Portland lead now with 1 minute and 10 seconds to play in the first quarter. Kenny Carr, who played at North Carolina, now Thompson, played at Minnesota. Danny Ainge getting set to come in for the Celtics. And a whistle traveling called in Portland. Blazers the other night, in losing to Washington here on Friday night, shot only 38% from the floor, Coos, and that's a good 12% below what they normally shoot. They're up over 50.
The last time we looked, they were about at 55%. So they figured to bounce back from that. They're shooting 50% from here.
Bird draws the foul from Wayne Cooper. And that'll be the 3rd team foul in Portland. Gerald Henderson goes out. Danny Ainge comes in.
There's the move. Obviously, Cooper goes for Larry's sake just a bit. but also manages to dig a knee in there in the process. Actually, the foul wasn't intentional, but it was a good one in terms of Portland because Larry would have walked into the two.
Keep going around Wayne Cooper, and Cooper's called for the foul. That's the second foul in the last 2 minutes, and so that'll put Robert Parish at the foul line. He should be at the foul line. There we go. Now we're getting it squared away. Parish going to the line.
Robert lays a little 360 fake on Cooper that time to play himself.
It was a heck of a move by Parish.
It was. I thought, frankly, he was going to call a walk. I thought maybe he shifted his pivot foot. And that was the call, but evidently Cooper had his hand on it. That's what he caught.
Parish missing the free throw. That's the first Celtics free throw of this basketball game. Portland's taken only 2.
Yeah, for an aggressively played game. And they've kind of blown the whistle, but mostly on violations. You know, there has not been many fouls.
Parish misses them both, and we're down to 30 seconds to play in the quarter. Here's Valentine, who played at Kansas. Ainge is on him. Does a nice defensive job. And the Celtics do not get the basketball back. Now they do. 15 seconds to go. Ainge pushing it up. And the ball is knocked out of bounds. It'll be Celtics ball with 11 seconds left.
I'll tell you, Paxton, for a 6'6" guy who looks like he could be a little slow, has awfully quick hands. He has slapped the ball out of players' hands going by 3 times now. He's the one who took it away from Bird a moment ago, and that time he stripped Danny Ainge going in.
All right, Bird to put it in play for the Celtics. Celtics looking to tie it. They get it to Parish. Keep looking for the open man. Can't find him. Instead fires. Ainge, no. McHale, blocked. Celtics are looking for a goaltending call. With 3 seconds left to go in the period. They're not going to get it.
Not only that, but they're sending it the other way, I think.
No, that's Celtics ball.
Okay. Yeah. Mihalik, the outside official, is the guy they should go to, not Hugh Holland. It was his call.
McHale has it knocked away. He fires the shot up. No. So the last minute or so, the Celtics had a couple of mistakes, hurt them. But a very, very well-played first quarter. And at the end of 1, here at the Portland Coliseum, the Trailblazers 26, the Celtics 24. To go with Wayne Cooper and Michael Thompson.
Jack Ramsey going to his bench quickly here. Nice move by Darnell Valentine on that penetration. He's a good one, as we talked about. Let's good test in terms of determining, who goes deeper and who's got the strongest bench.
Steal by Drexler. Great play. Off to Valentine. And Cooper stuck it. Now, we told you about Drexler. He had 67 steals coming into this game. The rookie 6'7" forward from Houston. And he picked one off right there and almost got another one here. Ainge from 20 feet knocks it in to break a little 4-point run that Portland had going.
The rookie went to the well, obviously, a little too often and too quickly that time. He stripped Bird the first time, then tried to do it again, crossed him a hoop to Ainge. But the Celtics are still being careless. They haven't read the stats on this club in terms of their stealing potential and their speed and quickness and alertness. So they can't continue to be careless like they have been so far with the ball. I think really that's been the difference, and the offensive board on the part of Portland.
Nice move by Parish, wheeling in to make it 30-28. Johnson, Ainge, Parish, McHale, and Bird for the Celtics. This is Darnell Valentine taking it to the hoop, and he is fouled by Danny Ainge, the first Celtics team foul of this quarter.
Portland was doing a good job. Here's the Valentine penetration. Danny leans in a little bit, and that's all this kid needs. He's got good speed, and then protected the ball well. That might have gone the other way because he extended his inside hand and kind of knocked Danny out of the play. Portland's done a good job keeping, or was doing a good job keeping Robert Parish penetrating into the middle. This is where actually all good offensive centers like to go when they get the ball. Rather than a fall away, the defense conversely tries to push them away. They did that the first couple of times, but the last 2 or 3 times, Robert has made the quick move when he scored, and he brought it in to move to that little half foot successfully.
All right, it's 32-28 Portland, 10.5 minutes to play here in the first half. Valentine playing Ainge very tight. Now McHale, who has Thompson on him. Parish, Cooper, and guarding him. Robert to the baseline, no. Danny on the wing, and 3 seconds called on the Celtics.
Needed another swing on that ball. Danny held it just a little bit too long. Dennis Johnson has the free jump.
Steal.
Good hand.
Nice. By Dennis Johnson. Ahead to Parish. And the Chief with a great move.
Wow.
That's a 7-foot man. 235 pounds making that move.
Take a look. Little dipsy-doodle underhand job. I'll tell you, Calvin Murphy would have trouble with that one.
All right, Wayne Cooper. Now they swing it off to Jeff Lamp. He played at Virginia. Takes a runner, rims it. Offensive rebound, no. And we've got a foul on the Celtics.
I'll tell you what, Celtics are going to have to wake up in that offensive board pretty soon. I mean, it's fine to say Portland's done a better job, off the offensive board during the year. They're still not as strong as the Celtics in this department. Celtics are simply not reacting aggressively enough. They're not taking, enough time to box the people out. And so far, Portland is just beating them on that board with aggressiveness, really.
That foul was on Robert Parish, and I believe that's his third. It is. Robert's going to have to sit down for a while. Maxwell comes in. That'll put McHale at center. And in for Portland is Audie Norris, the second-year player from Jackson State. He has come in replacing Michael Thompson. Lamps hits the free throws. 34-30. Portland Trailblazers leading the Celtics. Burrs trying to draw a foul from Drexler, can't do it. Johnson goes by Lamp, puts it up and over Wayne Cooper. Good job by Dennis Johnson.
He drew a crowd there. Went baseline when he got the step on Lamp, and then through three people still was able to launch it over his hand.
Valentine hits the two-point shot that's inside the three-point arc. 36-32, Blazers by 4. 9:10 to go in the quarter. Johnson saw daylight. McHale tipped it in.
Okay, Self waking up a little bit on that offensive board now.
Portland back in a hurry. Lamp takes it through, and he hits. All right, it's 38-34. Just under 9 minutes to go. The pace, very hectic, Coos.
Absolutely. Well, as Casey said on top, both teams like to run, but it's unusual to get this kind of shooting percentage. He gets a good bounce there. Unusual to get this type of fine shooting percentage on the part of both teams with both clubs digging in defensively the way they are. I tell you, no one is being given anything. They're earning their points if they're simply shooting.
Cooper takes a 15-foot shot, but it only went about 13 and a half feet. So the Celtics get it back. Fastball, Johnson, the Maxwell basket won't go. And Max will be to the line.
Well, Casey said on top that he hoped they would get into a run-and-shoot game with him because he thinks eventually, as is starting to happen now a little bit, seem to be getting an advantage. Of course, they're going, seem to be getting Floyd guys like that. He starts to lay some fakes on him. He moves without the ball, and it's not necessarily the best kind of guy to have guarding.
That basket will not count, but what a great pass, Coos, that was from Bird to Maxwell.
Bird uses the bounce pass, which in my opinion is the best pass in basketball, frankly, especially in the traffic here, extremely well.
Second team foul on Portland, the first on Clyde Drexler. Dennis Johnson has the ball, and the Celtics are up by a point. DJ finding Bird in the corner, floats a three-pointer. Three from downtown for Larry Bird, and it's 42-38, Celtics by 4.
I'll tell you, Bird has really had confidence in that outside shot on this day.
Drexler hits the iron, Cooper getting the rebound, a jump hook, and Lamp, a loose ball foul is going to be called. Johnson, now Danny Ainge. They work it low to Max. He's doubled up on quickly, and Danny, a 20-footer, knocks it in. Ainge, last couple of games, Coos, is starting to find that range with the outside shot.
Well, the word's gotten around that he hasn't been shooting all that well from outside, so they're always doubling off of Danny. And as we said, I think in the Seattle game, when the ball comes back out to him and he has a chance to balance himself, good move by Calvin Nett, to balance himself and get set, well, he's going to knock that shot home 9 out of 10 times.
Nat back in replacing Drexler. Johnson rejected by Audie Norris, but a foul on the Blazers. Paxson's man, Paxson guarding Dennis Johnson, for some reason leaves him wide open. You're what?
Yeah, Dennis does a good job just moving Paxson out of the play. Nat comes over, Norris comes over to help out, picks up the foul.
DJ at the line, he's averaging just under 13 points a game, and there you see his very fine free throw shooting percentage on this season. He's really been a solid addition to this basketball team. Gives them so many things. Fine defensive guard, he'll get rebounds for you. He's a smart player. Celtics are very pleased with that deal. 41-12, the Celtics coming to the game, and a 7-game lead in Philadelphia.
There's a little crying and gnashing of teeth in Seattle. I think the last couple of days when Dennis comes back and acknowledged that he has been playing so well for the Celtics and filling, a void so effectively. Supposedly they were trying to get him back from Phoenix last year.
He has 10 points in the ballgame. The steal, Maxwell tipping it to Ames. Now Bird. Larry's blind pass off to Johnson. Dennis on the post-up turnaround. No. Bird, offensive rebound, is ripped to the floor by this guy, Hottie Norris, who really wrestled him down. Holy Toledo. Watch this.
Oh, it's a tough move there. Wow. Think he wanted that rebound? Problem is he got Larry's head instead of the ball, I think, or he got both.
All right, Kenny Carr is in replacing Norris for Portland. Celtics are leading by 4 points. 5.5 minutes left to play in the first half.
What hurts is Larry didn't even go to the line enough.
Yeah.
It's only the 4th foul.
Cedric Maxwell taking Carr to school with that jump hook. 48-42 Celtics. Valentine for the Blazers.
Portland goes inside very effectively, but Boston's giving him a little lesson on how to do it also so far.
Calvin Nat, who had been a #1 pick of the New Jersey Nets a few years ago when he came out of Northeast Louisiana and came over here in a deal from Maurice Lucas and a couple of #1s. Nat, good shooter, averaging 17 a game. Max again takes it inside. Ball rolling loose, and Portland brings it back up. This is Paxton. Going all the way on Ames. Basket does not go. The foul is on Ames. Be the second foul on Danny Ainge. Michael Thompson back in for Portland, replacing Wayne Cooper. So now setting the Trailblazers team for you. Valentine and Paxton the guards. Cooper in the middle. Nat and Carr are the forwards.
Jack's gone back to his muscle with the exception of Donnell Valentine, who was still in there because of Lever, who was in the starting lineup. But that, as well as Lever played, and he had 4 hoops and made some nice plays, I don't think they fall off at all with Valentine.
Paxton's second free throw, good as gold. Good foul shooter, 82%. 48-46 Celtics. 4 minutes, 45 seconds left first half. Johnson, Ainge, Bird, McHale, and Maxwell for the Celtics. Parish right now sitting down with 3 personals. Bird, Calvin Nat on him.
Celtics looking inside. They want to work on that Carr-Maxwell matchup.
Nice job by Max. Shot wouldn't go. Gets his own board. Puts it back up. No, McHale does. Yes. Great work on the offensive board for the Celtics.
I tell you, Max is really upset. And lets you, Holland, know about it. We thought he was going to draw a T, but Holland
gave the Celtics a delay of game warning for hitting the ball as it came through the hoop.
That's better than a T, certainly.
50-46, Kenny Carr. They try to sneak away to Maxwell. Carr hits the ball. That goes into the crowd. It'll be Celtics ball. Crowd very, very close to the floor here in Portland. Kenny Ainge makes it 53-50. The Celtics are leading. Valentine trying to work at the Kenny Carr, and Carr started to go back door, changed his mind, but Valentine had already released the ball. Ainge with 6 points in the ball game. 3:13 to play. Celtics leading by 3. Bird. Oh, look at that.
You give him that kind of position, he moves his body so well. He got Carr on his back. Once he had to step along the baseline, Danny Ainge did a good job in leading him away from the pressure.
Great block by Kevin McHale as he got it off of Calvin Nat. Bird on the feed to Johnson. Bang, bang.
A couple of outstanding plays back-to-back by Larry Bird. The little baseline job he laid on Kenny Carr, and then a nice pass to Dennis Johnson.
Portland timeout.
Well, it so often happens, the basket is started by a fine, sensational offensive play by Kevin McHale. Down to Bird quickly, who just freezes the defense long enough, holds the ball, and lays it off to Dennis, who ends up with a nice, easy, uncontested layup.
Scott Wedman has checked in for the Celtics, replacing Cedric Maxwell. And Lever is back into the ballgame for Portland. Valentine has gone out. Lever getting the ball to Carr. Now Lever again, and here's Paxton with great range. Left-hand runner, no. Bird up over for the rebound. Celtics are on a run here of 7-2. Bird going behind the back. Nat on him. Bird pumps for 2 more. 17 in the first half for Bird. Celtics on a 9-2 burst.
I'll tell you, it's the only run in West Coast, I should say. And of course, it's picked up the entire team because they've played about as well in these 3 games. Certainly the rest of the we've seen.
Still a 7-point Boston lead. Just under 2 minutes to play in the first half. Very, very well-played game here at the Portland Coliseum, where the weather, as you might expect, is rain. Bird, now DJ. Jumper, in. Dennis Johnson. All of the Celtics have played well in this first half, and they've played most of the second quarter without Robert Parish, who has 3 personal fouls.
They've run their half-court offense very well.
Paxton never missed.
And it's been complemented with a fast break. Of course, that'll generally happen if you're running your break well. It'll open up the half-court offense play.
We have a holding foul called underneath by Hugh Holland. Foul was called in Portland's Lafayette Lever.
Taking a little wind out of the Portland sails, too, because they came out like tigers and got themselves an early lead. Celtics have come back nicely. There's a good penetration by Carr through that defense over. Opened up the little laydown to Thompson.
Carr's played a heck of a game for them. Down to 50 seconds to go in the half, and Dennis Johnson controlling the basketball for the Celtics, looking for Bird to flash out behind a pick. Now Larry, and a great pass to Dennis Johnson. Look at that! Outstanding!
Showtime.
My goodness.
2 outstanding passes to men moving without the ball by Larry Bird here in this quarter.
That makes it a 64-56 ball game. The Celtics again by 8. Portland with 20 seconds remaining in the first half and down to 8 seconds on the shot clock. Thompson, nice bounce pass in low to Kenny Carr. Carr, the offensive rebound, puts it in. He worked for it, tell you that. Dennis Johnson back, 5 seconds left in the half. Johnson fires it up, doesn't go. That's the half. The Celtics are up by 6 points. So we've come to the end of the first half here in Portland, Oregon. Watch this by Larry Bird. Off to Dennis Johnson. And it is the Celtics by 6 points, 64-58. Stay tuned for a special edition of Eyewitness News tonight. Coming up next. Bird with Nat playing him very, very tight. Larry had 17 in the first half. Henderson, if he can post up on Paxton, they doubled on Johnson, leaving somebody open. It's Henderson who tried to swing it, but a 3-second violation is called on Robert Parish.
And as so often happens in the case of a broken play, it gets the big men standing around, and if they're not careful, they pick up that 3-second violation.
Here's where the Celtics are going to have to withstand the second half run by the Blazers because they've got to lead back in this thing, and this is what the Celtics must be leery of. Henderson on the baseline all the way, reverse layup, very nifty. Gerald Henderson. Oh, he's back up to 4.
Pick his way through there. He did most of the work getting in, but then he ran into the monster.
Lever missing the shot, but good offensive rebounding again. Michael Thompson, and then Kenny Carr knocks it in. So Thompson worked for the offensive rebound, and they got 2 out of it.
Self giving up that second opportunity continues to hurt them as we get out at halftime. They're going to have to tighten up on that offensive board.
Blocking foul here on Kenny Carr. That is the 3rd personal foul on Carr, and the 1st on Portland as a team in the second half. Parish is playing with 3 personals. Bird, and we have a blocking foul called on Jim Paxson. And So that'll be the second team foul on Portland. Watch this one.
That's the end of it. Paxton doesn't want to do that too often. Although I'll tell you, Larry took a little bit of a beating in that first half.
Certainly.
But Norris wiped him out on that rebound, and he went to the deck, I think, one other time. So he's looking to get even against those little guys.
Point guard, now Thompson, who was quiet in the first half offensively.
Nope's doing a good job on that overplay D, and it's causing some problems for the Portland half-court offense.
Thompson did not have the shot blocked by Parish, but he was bothered by the Chiefs' presence. Max swooping in, no. Kenny Carr the rebound. They're 3-on-3. Paxson looking to tie, does not. Tell you what, they're working off the offensive boards. They really are. Calvin Nat.
Absolutely. Max just backed off on that one because he knew Nat had the good inside position. If you tried to stop him, he'd have simply given him an extra one. Motion return again on second effort off the ball with the exception of the Paxson jump again. Good hand by Thompson. You can't expose that ball, boy. They go after it, and they're good at it.
Kenny Carr misses the shot. Another offensive rebound. Michael Thompson. This time Bird snaps it away.
Thompson works at it, but he's not a shooter. You notice he squeezed that out. He doesn't, his release is not good, but does everything else well. Again, Lever reaches in there. I tell you, they attacked that ball. I'm impressed with that. Here's Parish trying to get disentangled. Exposes it just momentarily. Lever reaches in, and that time.
Well, the problem is Parish also has 3. Carr loses the ball, and it'll be Boston ball.
Well, good hand that time on the part of the Celts because he had penetrated well, and he had pretty much, let's take a peek here. He gets through the front line of the Greens. Looks like Dennis, I think, got a hand on it.
All right, Henderson for the Celtics, and now Bird. Maxwell low, Cedric turn jump hook, no. Michael Thompson, 6'9", 6'10", 226-pounder, whooping it off. Kevin McHale getting set to come in for the Celtics. Probably for Maxwell, who has 4 personals. Paxson, Carr, Nat. Partially blocked by Dennis Johnson. Great defensive help by Johnson on that play. Celtics defensively, Coos, have really turned the button on here in the last couple of minutes. Parish is doubled up. Rainbow goes up anyway. No. Ball stolen by Bird on a great pass to Parish. Can't handle it, but they hold the ball.
I'll tell you, a lot of fine plays on the part of both clubs. Dennis finally finishes it off. Picks up his 18th point.
Celtics have thrown a 6 spot at Portland here without a return. It's 72-66 Celtics.
I'll tell you, it's really nice to see 2 teams go at it this way.
Kenny Carr.
Without any letdown, and as I say, with the defense right in their face, and yet they're still shooting well.
All right, Henderson for the Celtics. And a 4-point lead. Bird out of Parish. Wheeling in, and he is fouled, and that will be the limit for Portland here in the 3rd quarter, folks, with 6:19 to go. McHale is in.
It is. Again, he catches Thompson moving in, takes it to the middle, where, as we've said, he likes to be. It gives him more options. It gives him a better shot moving in. You know, he was fouled, but I think they're going to say he was laying it down. And frankly, I think it just happened that way. I think he was taking the shot, but it was deflected down to Dennis Johnson.
All right, that is the 4th team foul on Portland. Kevin McHale in for Maxwell, misses the shot. Rebound deep to Lever. Celtics ahead by 4. Paxson, and a foul called on the Celtics on Gerald Henderson.
Only Gerald's person, I believe.
No. No, they're going to give it to Johnson. That's his 3rd personal. And the Celtics' 3rd as a team. Celtics with 1 foul to give. Carr, I'm not sure what he was trying to do with it, whether it was a mistake or the ball was batted away, but the Celtics push it up in a hurry, and Henderson buries that little baseline jumper. Boy, that's his shot. 74-68 Celtics. Larry now has 13 rebounds in the ball game. To go with his 17 points. Bird is going to be called for a foul.
Both teams with 4 now.
That's 3-4 now on the Celtics as a team.
spreading out, taking up a lot of room, getting a good inside position, causes Bird to come over his shoulder on that foul.
5.5 minutes left to play, third quarter. Only substitution of this quarter has been by the Celtics. McHale in for Maxwell, and Cedric has 4 personal. Lever, Paxson from 20.
Hey, you can't give him much room. He comes off those picks, pops out well. He moves well without the ball, and unless you're right there with him, he doesn't need much daylight.
He has now hit his average, which is 20 points. On the season, that's 20 points tonight for Jim Paxson. Parish looping it to McHale. Come back outside to Johnson. No. Thompson has the ball swapped away. Portland retains the basketball. Carr all the way through. Lays it in.
Someone's got to find him. It's not easy to hide a 6'7" man when he runs 90 feet down the floor. A little breakdown of communication there on the part of the Celtics. 16 points now for Kenny Carr.
74-72, 4.5 minutes left, third quarter. They get McHale low on the baseline. He misses the shot, and the ball will be out of bounds. We'll have a jump ball on it. Celtics have suddenly grown cold over the last couple of minutes.
Take a peek. Good lob over the fronting man, Carr. Kevin doesn't get it. Robert Parish is in good position, but little fat Lever's in there, tying him up. However, now the job gets a little tougher. He's got to have jumping.
Lever and Parish. Parish tapping it to Bird. They go to Robert again on the baseline. He gets Thompson in the air, misses the rainbow. Loose ball foul on Kevin McHale. That'll put Portland at the foul line. Celtics.
You've got to pick a foul up. Kevin pushing a little bit, but it's getting physical.
So it's still a 1-point Boston lead. McHale looking inside for Bird, not there. Now Larry flashes out for an 18-footer. Short, rebound by Carr, and we have a foul. Or is it just going to be ball possession going over to Portland? Well, the Blazers with a chance to go in front here for the first time since the second quarter. Celtics took the lead in that second quarter and have held it since. But Portland right now with a chance to go up. That one's going to be short, air ball. Foul call on Portland.
Him to swing it and go around on the other side. Paxson taking that outside shot a little too soon because he hits it well. I guess it worked, but I bet it's not making Ramsey that happy.
Paxson inside, gets 2.
Oh, that makes him overjoyed, I'll tell you. That's a good move that time.
76-75, a great defensive play by Lever, stealing the ball, intended for Henderson. Lever pushing it up on the cut to Thompson. Charging foul. Charging foul on Michael Thompson. Watch it, here it is.
Good alert play by Bird here. Assumes the position and the contact. Absorbs it all as well as the foul and nullifies the hoop.
Well, no basket on that one. Wayne Cooper has come in for Portland, and he has replaced Michael Thompson at center. As Thompson moves to forward, going out of the ball game for the Blazers is Kenny Carr.
That's a turnaround type of play. That could make a difference.
Rainbow turnaround by Parish is missed.
Robert's forcing his shot a little bit. Defense is good, and I think you have to be a little more patient with it.
That time they count the basket for Wayne Cooper. And Portland goes on top, 77-76, 2.5 minutes, third quarter. Now this crowd finally comes alive here in Portland. Johnson trying to back in on Paxson. He's doubled up. Gets it off to Henderson. Gerald all the way. Left-hand runner, no. Tips it out to Parish. Yes! Good work by Henderson, keeping that ball alive off the offensive board. Celtics back up by 1. 2 minutes to go.
That was an alert play by Gerald. He had good penetration, got his little shot, didn't make it, but stayed alive on it. Quickly.
Answers for Portland, and they go back up by a point again. Henderson all the way. Bank shot, no. Rebound, Michael Thompson. Portland leading by 1, 1 minute and 48 to go, third quarter. It's been a good third quarter for the Blazers. The steal by Bird, great play. Sweeping in for 2, Larry Bird. And it's 80-79, the Celtics by 1. And now the Portland Trailblazers want a timeout. He's trying to work against his old Minnesota teammate. Offensive foul on Michael Thompson. And that will be his third personal foul, but more importantly, it'll turn the ball over to the Celtics. Larry Bird is out, and Scott Wedman is in for the Celtics. So it's Henderson, Johnson, Wedman, McHale, and Parish for Boston. Portland has Lieber, Paxson, Cooper, Thompson in the basketball game. Turnaround by Robert, and he did force that one. A bad shot, air ball.
Well, they had a mismatch. They had Lieber on him, so he wanted to take advantage of it. Lieber answers down the other end.
Lieber puts Portland up by a point with 45 seconds left to play in the third quarter. It is Portland leading by 1.
Good ball game here. Going to go down to the wire, I think.
Blazers have come back from a 6-point halftime deficit to take a 1-point lead. Wedman on the baseline, floats it, and does not hit it. Big offensive rebound for Parish, no. Portland with 20 seconds to go with a rebound and a chance for a 3-point lead. All right, Lafayette Lieber.
Kick down, and that sent Wedman out on the switch, but
blocked by Parish. Just deflected by Robert Parish, and a big defensive play on Calvin Natt as the quarter comes to a close. Thompson took the shot. You'll see Parish just deflect this offensive rebound attempt by Calvin Natt, and that is the end of the third quarter. The Portland Trailblazers have gone up by a point over the Celtics, 81-80. Here's Drexler. Now Wayne Cooper. Jump hook. Portland takes the lead back.
You know, they had a bad third quarter in the sense that they didn't make their shot. Robert Parish played badly, but he didn't shoot well at all. But other than that, you know, they continue to play well and aggressively. There's a good... Oh, wow. Outstanding. Drexler. They read that all the way. Larry Bird had stolen one at the end of the third quarter and gone down in that overplay. They like to swing the ball. Celtics, as we said, have interrupted that swing by denying that pass. That time they pulled the string on Larry. Cooper, nice play, made the way.
Portland now by 3 points, 85-82. 3 seconds on the shot clock. McHale turnaround, yes. Very big hoop. Kevin McHale hitting that just as the 24-second clock was about to expire. 1 point, Portland lead, 10.5 minutes to go. It's been a great game here in Portland tonight. Hope you're enjoying it. Valentine and now Drexler. This is Michael Thompson, not known as a great outside shooter. Rebound to Wedman. Ahead to Kevin McHale. Kevin does not get it. Didn't wait for the troops to come down, and he was covered by 3 people. Valentine for the Blazers. Now they go low to Calvin Natt, who's a tough man in there. Does not get the good roll, and Larry Bird gets the rebound. Celtics looking for the lead here. They're down by a point. Bird squares away. Ice cream. 86-85. Bird puts the Celtics up by 1, and quickly Portland wants a 20-second timeout. Valentine with a basketball for Portland. Now Wayne Cooper. Air ball from in close. Scott Wedman. Big rebound. Buckner back in a hurry for the Celtics, and the ball is knocked out of bounds, and a foul is called on Darnell Valentine. And Jeff Lamp is in for Portland as well. Now Bird left alone again, and he buries another one.
See, the Rook wrestler is too anxious to help out. When you're guarding Bird, boy, I mean, you stay at home. Don't help anyone else. And Bird's taking advantage of it.
Portland with the offensive rebound. It is out of bounds, and it'll be Portland ball. For now, Valentine. Darnell Valentine for the Blazers. No. Rebound McHale tipped over to Larry Bird.
Well, again, Ramsey had to go to his bench and starting to tell. You know, Celtics are exploiting. We've had 2 or 3 bad shots in a row on the part of Portland. And by the guys who have come in. Wedman
has it partially blocked. Nice play. Here comes Clyde Drexler. Kicking it off. Back to Cooper. Good job by Valentine to get it back to the big man coming down the middle. Excellent fast break by Portland. And the Celtics lead is down to a point, 88-87. Buckner with Valentine on him as he gets it over midcourt. 8 minutes, 20 seconds to play in the game. Wedman taking it to the foul line. Now McHale. Kevin spinning, fall away. Boy, he's got it all going, too. Kevin McHale, 90-87. Celtics by 3. Valentine works at the Jeff Lamp, the former Virginia star. Played at Virginia when Sampson was a freshman. Drexler's jump shot.
They have high hopes for that kid out there. He played for Guy Lewis, who's a three-wheeler as far as offense is concerned. Run and shoot up and down, and now they're trying to get into the infrastructured style of play. So the adjustment hasn't been easy for the rookie, but boy, they love him. They claim he's going to be a great one.
Cooper is called for coming over the top of Kevin McHale. That'll be the second team foul on Portland in this range, swinging it inside to McHale.
There it is. Kevin doing a good job.
Larry Bird with it. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Bird gets Drexler in the air, hits Buckner in the middle. Quinn trying to feed it off to McHale, but we have a 3-second violation on the Celtics. That's the third time in this game they've been called for 3 seconds.
And it's happened each time that Portland's gone into the trapping defense, where they've attacked the ball with 2 and forced the Celtics to swing and look for that 3-man. They do that well, but they keep getting a big guy standing around in 3-second line.
All right, this is Cooper with a foul line jump shot. I've let him take that one all night.
Yeah, right.
Bird another rebound, well over 16 now. Buckner tried to double pump it, and he gets fouled. And we have some people coming in for the Celtics. Free throws. Carr, take block by McHale with a great play. Oh, did he stay with that?
Outstanding. Exactly. Stayed right home. Forced Carr into an off-balance job, and which became an underhand shot. And Kevin just kind of looked it away.
Oh, look at that. Oh, that was beautiful. Henderson to Kevin McHale, who just spun off the high post and whipped in low for the alley-oop job. Very, very pretty. 3-point Celtic lead. Paxson back in for the Blazers. Goes to Carr, and missing the shot is Drexler. Oh, he got the shot.
I'll tell you what, Portland is having to work for their offense. Much harder than the Celtics are this quarter, and plus it's not an artistic success like that one. You know, it could have gone either way, and actually they could have called a foul on Drexler on it. I think Ramsey will have to get back to the starting 5 pretty quickly.
Bird being hounded by Drexler. Bird around the pick, and he gets another one. That one from 22 feet out. Larry Bird. 94-91 with 5.5 minutes to go in the game. Drexler's got to be talking to himself because he was playing terrific defense. All of a sudden he got rubbed out by McHale. Bird had about 1.5 inches, and so he buried it. Valentine.
He gave Old Chambers a lesson the other day in Seattle, and he's obviously doing the same thing here to Drexler.
This shot by Cooper. Carr working hard off the offensive board.
However, yes, Portland continues.
They're hanging tough.
He's very aggressive on that offensive board. Drexler just knocks Bird to the ground.
Yes, he did.
Foul is called.
10 seconds to go on the shot clock for the Celtics. Their offense spread out right now a little further than they want. Now Bird on a runner. He is fouled. And he'll be at the line shooting. Ramsey is red hot on that one. You can see his face. It's flaming red. Look at that.
It matches that blue blazer. Jack's always been a very demonstrative coach. Although he's been pretty quiet tonight. Of course, I'll tell you what. You know, he sees the game not necessarily slipping away, but as I say, I think the Celtics have generated much better offense in the last quarter. And you hate to have, you know, probably the Washington game, he didn't mind losing as much because they played so badly. But here, they've had a good effort all game long. The Celtics have not only hung tough, but here they are with 2 points up with 4.5 minutes to go.
4:47 left.
That's got to be a little frustrating for the coach.
95-93 Celtics. Larry Bird, one more free throw. Larry now has 31 points to go with 17 rebounds and 8 assists. And the Celtics are grabbing onto his coattails and flying with him right now.
Another advantage for the Celtics is Portland just went over the limit on team fouls. Celtics have 4 to wait. They haven't picked up a foul yet.
Paxson tried to back in on Henderson. Does not take a good shot. Excellent offensive rebound. Taken down by the Trailblazers, but that's only the first team foul in the Celtics.
If it was not on the shooting foul, again, though, Portland really muscles well under there and uses their body. There's Cooper getting it back up. However, the Celtics do not get hit on that, other than adding one foul to their team foul situation.
That Wayne Cooper is 6'10", 220-pounder, 50-year player, played at New Orleans University, and is a pretty good basketball player, pretty good backup center. He's done a fine job for them tonight. Paxson trying to go on Johnson, runs through the lane. They get it in to Cooper for the turnaround. No, and the rebound bouncing around. They're going to get a foul. A loose ball foul on one of the Celtics on Dennis Johnson. Oh, for pushing foul. That is the 4th on Johnson, but only the 2nd on the Celtics of the team. 4:05 left to play in the game. The Celtics still leading by 3 points.
I'll tell you what, the Celtics taking them out of their offense completely. They ended up with a fall-away 15-footer by Cooper that time. But they continue to come up with the ball again.
Well, they're tough. All right, this is Calvin Nat. Bird on him. Nat takes it to the paint. And blocked by McHale, but a foul will be called.
That big windmill fake that Nat uses when he gets in there. Take a look at this. Good quick penetration, and he gives it the windmill job. Head and shoulder fake, and got 3 guys up off their feet. It's hard not to react to that aggressive a fake. And then he leans in, and of course he's got 3 big men coming down on him. Who do they finally get for it?
Kevin McHale, his 4th personal foul. There's Calvin Nat, and his numbers for the night. 12 points and 5 rebounds, but it appears as though he's gotten 100 rebounds.
I'll tell you, no sooner did we say they had an advantage as far as the foul situation, where they picked up 3 quickly.
Yeah, the advantage has disappeared. Celtics have taken a timeout. We're down to 3 minutes and 50 seconds to play. What has been a superbly played basketball game. The Celtics still up by a pair. Gil Santos and Bob Cousy here in Portland, Oregon at the Portland Coliseum. And a great basketball game, and we've still got 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Celtics are leading by 2 points, 96-94. The Celtics, 42 for 79 so far for 53%. Portland 40 for 82, 49%. The teams are tied with 38 rebounds apiece. At the line, one more free throw coming for this man, Calvin Nat, 6'6", 220, 27 years old. Gets them both, so it's a 1-point game again. The Blazers have been hanging in. They led by 1 after 3 quarters. Celtics' biggest lead of this 4th quarter has been 3 points.
Portland continues to shoot well from the line.
Nice defensive
by Cooper.
Michael Thompson cutting in front of McHale, and so Portland could take the lead, but they throw it all away.
Oh, wow.
Lieber was trying to lead Nat with a bounce pass, and Nat was not looking, and the ball just skittered out of bounds.
The basic ones, you've always got to know where the ball is on offense. That's a break for the Celtics. Yeah, Portland's only missed 1 free throw so far tonight. They were 12 for 12 at half.
Down to 3:15 to play in the game. Parish doubled up. Hits Bird with it. Larry, 3-pointer. It's good!
Oh, boy.
Larry Bird, a 3-point shot. He comes up the floor with a grin from ear to ear.
And he winked at Ramsey. How's that?
34 points for Bird. Here's Calvin Nat from outside, and he gets the Blazers back to within 2, 99-97.
I'll tell you, this is a heck of a game.
Sure is.
Outstanding game.
2:50 to go. Clock running. Celtics leading by 2. Henderson, Johnson, Parish, Bird, and McHale on the floor for the Celtics. Nat on Larry as tight as he can get. 6 seconds to go. Offensive foul. Larry Bird.
Yeah, good call. Bird knew it. He just slipped a little on his last move. He was trying to go baseline, and it gave Nat the opportunity to square off. And he did a good job. Good lateral movement. He was in there and picked up the foul.
2 minutes, 20 seconds to play in the game. Celtics up by a pair. Lieber, real battle low as Nat tries to get free. drives, ties the game.
Some kind of move there, I'll tell you.
Yes, sir. Calvin Nash putting on a great move to tie the game at 99. 2 minutes to go.
Oh, Matt bouncing back from that
nice
poor
job.
game he had. Henderson
give and go.
Well without the ball. His man had doubled up. Tried to trap in the corner. They sent him to the basket. Again, good pass by Bird.
That is the 9th assist, I believe, for Bird. So one more, and he'll be in double figures in that category. Paxson ties the game at 101. Minute 48 to go. We're tied at 101 to 101. It's been this kind of a game all night. Bird and now Dennis Johnson. Boston 101. Portland 101. Bird to McHale. Kevin. No. Rebound.
Well, they got themselves a good shot. Both teams going inside, trying to pick up the foul as well. The Celtics still have one team foul away. But, you know, Kevin had a good one.
Here's Michael Thompson. We're tied at 101 apiece. Paxson now has Parish on him. Takes a three-point shot. What a terrible shot to take, Coos, in that situation.
I've commented on it before. I'm surprised. That's about the fourth bad shot that kid's taken. See, they sent the pick down. The big man over, and it resulted in a mismatch. Robert Parish ended up on Paxton out there, so he figured, well, I got Parish out 21 feet, 22 feet away from the basket. I better shoot. Didn't make any sense. If you create that kind of mismatch, you're better off putting it on the floor and going by the big man, you know, and creating something as you take it to the basket rather than, I mean, when you're 7 feet and you get stuck outside of the man 6'5", that's exactly what you want him to do, is take the quick outside shot. So, again, for an intelligent player, I agree. Very poor shot selection.
Well, we have a minute and, well, look at those numbers. A minute and 1 second to play, and the game is tied at 101 to 101.
Do we get a payoff for that? What does the slot machine pay? Listen, that should be the jackpot, shouldn't it?
Jack Ramsey, I thought he was talking to his team, but
a little meditation always helps. Yeah, a little meditation. I'll tell you, after you've told them the same thing for the 21st time in the game, you just kind of sit in your knee and stare out into space. Hey, how can I find a different way to say this?
With a minute and 1 second to play in the game, Larry Bird's numbers are again impressive. 34 points, 18 rebounds, 9 assists tonight for Celtics number 33. One more assist, of course, and he'll have a triple-double. 101 to play. The Celtics with 18 seconds on the shot clock. So each team will have, each team could have two more possessions apiece, depending on how long it takes the Celtics to get a shot up here.
Tell you, we might give the official rule pat on the back tonight. Done a fine job under fairly difficult circumstances. These guys have been backing on those boards from the time they, threw it up to start the game. So they've kept it under control and done a good job.
All right, here we go. Under a minute to play. Tied at 101 apiece. McHale to Bird. They're looking low for Parish. Can't find him. Cooper's on him. Now there's the Chief. Taking it baseline. Foul called on Wayne Cooper. Robert Parish will go to the line with 46 seconds to play.
Well, you know, he reached in and went for the ball. And again, when you've got no fouls to waste, you don't necessarily want to do that. We said on top they got ball stealers. In order to be a ball stealer, you've got to go after the ball. You've got to pick your spots, however. And they've had a lot of success with it. That time, obviously, it backfired.
Wayne Cooper goes out. Kenny Carr comes in for Portland. 46 seconds left. 2 free throws for Parish. Celtics lead 102 to 101.
Robert has not shot well tonight after getting 34 against his club in Boston, but I'll tell you, he makes a big one now.
And they've kept him off the boards, too, as you can see. One more for the Chief. Gets the 2 pressure free throws. 103-101 Celtics. 46 seconds left to play in the game.
I'd say watch out for Nat inside. I would think, well, either Nat or Carr. Johnson's on Paxton, so you don't...
The steal by Henderson! What a great defensive play! Gerald Henderson, a marvelous defensive play with 33 seconds to play in the game. How about that one? Watch this.
That's the third time that pass over the middle has been stolen. Bird did it once, if you recall, the end of the third quarter, and that just grabs him like a little fly and says, oop, wait a minute. You just burned me. I don't want you to get too easily. Make him from the line. But that swinging the ball, when a team is as well structured as Jack Ramsey's is in the half-court offense, it becomes predictable. And you can, if you're alert, if you anticipate like Gerald does, you can come in and steal that ball as they start to swing.
And now Portland takes a timeout as Gerald Henderson knocks in the free throw to give the Celtics a 3-point lead, 104 to 101. Again on a tremendous defensive play by Henderson. I'd like to show it to the folks again if we can. A very, very big defensive play. 46 seconds were left. The Celtics were ahead 102 to 101. There's the play by Henderson.
There it is. Now, in order to find the weak side activity, and Ramsey always gets good weak side action, in other words, away from the ball, you've got to get it over there. In order to get it over there, you've got to make the pass to the middle, have that middleman find the free man on the weak side. But the Celtics, as I say, have read it. It's ironic because, generally, good coaches who do a good job disciplining their offense obviously want this kind of structure. You've got to do the same thing every time. But on this level, in college, it's not as easy to exploit this kind of situation. But as I said a moment ago, it's a shame that when you get well structured, you become somewhat predictable, and at key times like this, when the defense is really digging in and alert, why you can sometimes hurt them with it.
All right, here's the situation. 33 seconds left to play in the game. The Celtics are leading 104 to 101. They have taken that lead, breaking out of a 101 to 101 tie with 3 free throws, 2 by Parish and 1 by Henderson, to put Boston up by 3 with 33 seconds left.
3-point shooters, by the way. Paxton, as you might imagine, is shooting 12 to 35, 34%. And Matt is 2 for 11. You might watch him. Only 18%, but he's getting up there. Obviously, Paxton is the guy they're going to watch. And with Dennis on him, they might try to decoy Paxton. I'll tell you, Kenny Carr has that kind of range.
Yes, he does.
I wouldn't worry too much about Coop. I doubt whether, I think...
Lever's taking a few.
Yeah, Lever can go. Let's see if they go for the quick 2.
All right, Lever getting it to Calvin Nat, and the ball is stolen by Bird. Picked off by no one. Loose ball. Carr has it. 21 seconds left. A steal by Johnson. What tremendous defensive play by the Celtics here in this basketball game. Especially right now when it's down to the real pressure time.
You normally have to beat a Jack Ramsey team. They very seldom beat themselves. But I'll tell you, those last 2 turnovers are certainly unexpected, although they're also a tribute to Celtic defense and alertness. First Gerald Henderson and now Dennis Johnson, although that was thrown up for grabs. When you throw an 18-foot pass and put a lob on it at this stage of the game, you can be pretty sure you're going to get burned. I'll tell you what, this is a fine win for the Celtics. One of the better ones all year long here in Portland.
105 to 101, 18 seconds to go. One more free throw for DJ. 106 to 101, and now Portland wants a timeout. And we'll keep it here. For the Celtics, 34 points, 18 rebounds, 9 assists. Dennis Johnson has 20 points. Robert Parish and Kevin McHale 14 apiece. Gerald Henderson 13. Jim Paxson 24. Kenny Carr 19. Calvin Nat 18 for the Portland Trailblazers. I think, Coos, the key to this one was the third quarter, as it was in Seattle, because in the third quarter the Celtics scored only 16 points. Portland came out and hit them with their best shot. The Celtics were up by 6 at the half. Portland came out, hit them with their best shot in the third quarter. The best they could manage was a 1-point lead after 3 that they got at the very end of that quarter. And the Celtics, in other words, took the very best hit that Portland could give them and didn't reel from it. They just kind of slipped back by a point. Then as soon as the fourth quarter started, Bird buried 2 downtown in a row, and they were back up by a point. That's the way it's gone.
Not only that, but the third quarter effort caused Ramsey to go to his bench, and I think this is where the Celtics had an advantage in both the second and fourth quarters.
3-point shot by Calvin Nat is missed. The ball is loose. Kenny Carr has it. Jump hook is missed. Loose ball. McHale has it. And McHale is fouled by Matt Lever with 5 seconds to play. So Kevin McHale will go to the other end, and the Celtics are going to take this thing on free throws because it was 101 to 101 with 1:01 to play in the game. The Celtics have held Portland, Coos, without a point in the final minute of the game. And they've done it all at the foul line, hitting 5 out of 6 free throws in the final minute. Now McHale will get a chance to add a couple to that. But the Celtics defense has just been magnificent here in this fourth quarter in general, and in the last couple of minutes, the last minute especially.
It gets tough, boy.
They get
coming
tough.
down the stretch. That's what's going to win it for you. You're not going to, especially away from home against a team like Portland, you're not going to win it, by luck. Although the 2 errant passes on the part of Portland helped a bit, but it was still the Celtics defense and alertness that created the turnovers. So you got to do it there, and you've got to do it off the boards. And the Celtics have not so much come to life because they've had a pretty solid, sustained effort on the backboards and defensively now, as I say, going back from the start of the Seattle game. I was very impressed with their effort in Seattle. Seattle didn't play as well as Portland, so they had a little easier time of it, but this one went down the wire. Portland gave them all they could handle, but they were there when they needed it, defensively and, as I say, off those backboards.
Well, the Blazers have called another timeout with 5 seconds to play, and of course they'll put the ball in at midcourt, and what they're going to hope for is a quick 3-point basket and then a prayer over the final couple of seconds. The Celtics scoring in the ball game. They were trailing 26-24 at the end of the first quarter, took the lead early in the second quarter, outscoring Portland 40-32 to lead at halftime 64-58. In the third quarter, the Blazers outscored Boston 23-16 for an 81-80 lead after 3. That quickly shot up to 85-82, a 3-point lead, and then Bird hit 2 long-range jumpers back-to-back to put the Celtics ahead 86-85. They have never trailed since then. They had been tied a few times down the stretch, but once Bird got them the lead in the first minute and a half, or 2.5 minutes, of the fourth quarter, the Celtics did not trail again. All right, Portland has Jeff Lamp in the game. He's got 3-point range. Let's see the people they have in there. They've got a small lineup with a lot of 3-point shooters.
Well, it's somewhat academic. The Celtics can give them pretty much what they want, although they're putting Robert Parish
on the ball.
Send him to put pressure on the ball, but he's giving the pass away. Bird immediately fouls intentionally. Good foul. They've got one to waste, so it should simply causes them to repeat the entire process.
Excellent.
That took 2 seconds off the clock as well.
Smart play.
Which, even if they make the 3-pointer now, pretty much neutralizes any opportunity.
That 3-point shot is caught in midair by Kevin McHale. That is the ball game. The Celtics win it 107-101. Just a great, great game here tonight in the Portland Coliseum. Certainly hope you enjoyed it. Here's your final score with the Celtics holding Portland without a point over the final minute of play. The Celtics have won 3 in a row in this Pacific Division trip. The final, Boston 107 and Portland 101. All right, Gil Santos and Bob Cousy back here at the Coliseum in Portland, Oregon, where tonight the Celtics defeated the Portland Trailblazers 107-101. The Celtics outscoring Portland 27-20 in the final quarter. They came back from a 1-point deficit after 3 to go on to their 3rd straight win. Our choice for the Getty Defensive Star of the game, congratulations and Getty gift certificates to Kevin McHale, who blocked at least 3, perhaps 4 shots in this ball game, but was instrumental defensively throughout the night. Let Getty help your car give its best performance. At Getty, the proof is at the pump. Coos, we've been saying it all night what a great game it was, and without trying to belabor the point, it was a great game by both clubs, but a superb effort by the Celtics, especially in the final minute. They held Portland without a point. When the game was tied at 101 with a minute to play, Portland didn't score again.
And as I say, they did it with defense and rebounding, which gives them even a little bit more satisfaction. They know they didn't luck out in any way. They went out there and earned it. I think one of the interesting things to note is we said at some point during the game that Jack Ramsey was an advocate of utilizing the entire bench. In 75, Al Attles did this successfully and won the championship using 10, 11 guys, rotation, substitution. I said, as opposed to substituting where it's needed, substituting individually, which is or has been the traditional way of doing it. you know, it's a question of who you tend to agree with. I think most of the coaches in the league are split. Some of them, like Billy Cunningham last year, went pretty much with 7 men.
Yeah.
In any event, I think this is what was one of the key factors in this game. Ramsey went 10 deep, and I thought that hurt him in the second and fourth quarters. Casey stayed pretty much with 7 guys.
He did.
McHale and Ainge were the only 2 guys that got significant minutes.
All right, so reach into the stop and shop bag here, Coos. See if we have
a little magic here.
match. Well, Sandra Knight of Brighton, Massachusetts is our stop and shop Celtic high scorer of the game contestant. She picked Larry Bird. She came darn close. She picked Larry to score 28 points in this game, but Larry scored 34 points. So you have the right player, the wrong number of points, but Sandra Knight of Brighton, Massachusetts, you still win a $75 stop and shop gift certificate. Now, we want to remind you to drop into Stop and Shop where the balloting is taking place. Fill out one of these ballots, and if your name is picked, you're automatically a winner. There is no purchase necessary. Celtics led by Larry Bird, 34 points, 18 rebounds, 9 assists. Celtics make it 3 in a row, 107-101 over the Portland Trailblazers. And that's going to do it from the Portland Coliseum. Remember, our next telecast will be coming up Friday night, March the 2nd, when the Celtics play the Chicago Bulls at the Hartford Civic Center in Hartford, Connecticut. Tonight's game has been brought to you by Miller High Life, the best beer for the best time of the day. Welcome to Miller Time. By New England Telephone, a call can keep you closer. By Nissan, builders of high mileage, high-quality cars and trucks for 50 years. Available at your New England Nissan Datsun dealer. By Stop and Shop Supermarkets, it's time to stop and shop. By Bank of Boston, believing in Massachusetts for 200 years. Tonight's game was produced by Don Larrick. Our associate director was Patsy Wheeler. Production assistance is provided by the Hughes Television Network. Once again, the final score, the Boston Celtics now at 42-12 on the season, 107, Portland 101. This is Gil Santos for Bob Cousy saying goodnight from Portland, Oregon. This has been a presentation of the Boston Celtics Basketball Club and WBZ-TV Sports. Stay tuned for a sports update after these messages.